you know, I have quite the designer bag collection. However, there is one brand that I do have the most bags from. Does that sentence even make sense? Basically, it's Chanel. I've got 11 Chanel bags in total, and I thought that we would take the opportunity today for me to rank them from least to most used and give you some tips on how I find them, pros and cons, all of that. I know that Chanel as a brand is it's a tumultuous relationship. It's a toxic relationship, and yet I keep crawling back. But here we are. But before we start off with my least used, shout out to today's video sponsor, IDYL. I see you checking out my new ear game. I see you being like, oh my gosh, what's that sparkly little halo under the lobe you've got going on there? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. IDYL is an amazing fine jewellery company. I've worked with them for a little bit now, and they focus on lab-grown diamonds. So they are still diamonds, but at a little bit more of an approachable price point, but they still have the durability of diamonds. You can wear them every day, you can wear them to the gym, in the shower, they can keep up with your life. The other great thing about IDYL is that they focus on modularity. So you buy the studs come in 3 sizes, and then you can add on all of these fabulous jackets and change things up, and you don't have to buy a whole new pair of earrings when you want to do something a little bit different. I have got the Oh No here, which actually they show on the website as worn to the front. I've put it as like a little back jacket. And then I have the Lear on my second hole here. This is my favourite for my like second hole piercing, but I do have a new one. So if we take Lear off, I have the Ray add-on here, and I'm just going to have the stud, I have the add-on, thread one into the other to create a new earring. And there we go. They also have introduced the IDYL Club, so you can get rewards as you spend, right? Those rewards can go towards saving on future purchases, secret promotions that aren't like site-wide, and also access to some drops early. So there you go. Make sure to check out IDYL using the link in my description box. In one of my ear holes, I'm usually wearing an IDYL earring, right? I'm a fan. Thank you so much to IDYL for sponsoring this part of the video. Let's kick it off with my least used of the Chanel bags, and I think 2 of them are particularly telling because when I made the move from London to here, I left behind some pieces, and I haven't quite brought them back. So those are probably my least used. We've got the Chanel wallet on chain. I have it in the black caviar leather with the gold hardware, and it is such a great bag. It's just something that I just don't really gravitate towards anymore, even though I think that it's a really great purchase, a really great, like, in some form, a wallet on chain is such a great piece to have in your collection. But I just think that, like, you know, I've now got this sort of red Fendi one that I sort of gravitate towards that is maybe used for the same situations. The second bag that I have at home that I might bring back this next time, to be honest with you, is the gold boy bag. This is in the regular or like the medium size from the Dubai cruise collection. And it's a great bag, it really is. I sort of went off the boy bag style for a little bit. Have we all? I don't know. Is the boy bag having a resurgence? Unclear. But I do still think that bag is fabulous and all of that. So, moving into the bags that I have with me, the least used of the bags that I have, I've got to say, is probably this one. I believe that this is a 2020? I don't know. I'll have the details, and also if there's any on resale or pre-loved market, I'll have some of those linked below as well. So this is a pink jersey camera bag with the gold hardware. You have this sort of 4-leaf clover little lucky charm swinging by here. And then to open, I also love this little CC stitched in the side there. Nice, right? And then if we pop her open, let me remove that dust bag there. She has one continuous strap that goes through. Here is a con, but we'll get to it. But I do love the fact that she is a bit more on the casual side. She's a fabric, which has its pros and cons. Pros, I love a fabric bag. I think it's something a little bit different, especially from Chanel, where they're so well known for the lambskin or the caviar, you know? Something a little bit different, right? And you know me, I love things off the beaten path slightly. So I love her for that. I will say a fabric bag, you've got to have your wits about you. You can't be out here carrying your coffee, swinging from side to side, this close to the bag. Terrible things can happen. I don't know about half of these bag restoration places, but maybe it's not possible. Next thing you know, you've got a latte mark, right, all over this glorious bag that you've paid a lot of money for. So things like that, be careful. You're also not going to wear it when it's raining, okay? So keep things like that in mind. But in general, it's very light. That's another pro of like a fabric bag. They do tend to be really light. It's really easy to use, and you can pack a lot in here, right? She's roomy. You know what, I might bring her out today. She's coming out today. I wish it had feet, especially for a fabric bag. You want me to risk putting this down on a surface out here in the wild? Well, I don't know what's been on there. This should have had feet. So that was a bit stingy of them, let's not lie. I also do quite like the fact that it has thin straps for this shape of bag. I think it suits it. Now, because there's the continuous strap, if you are out here using it, sort of keeps itself closed, okay? Because there's one strap throughout, if you're doing a crossbody situation, right? So you've got to sort of really open it up to weasel in. It's a very small con. For some reason, my camera completely decided just not to film the intro to the next bag. So basically, this is my first proper Chanel bag. I've had it for ages. She's old. I do really like this bag. And yeah, it's so old, I wouldn't even be able to tell you like what year. She's held up. You can start to see the wear on the corners and stuff like that, which is bound to happen. But like there, this is probably the worst wear. But she's still fun. She's still interesting. I have a lot of respect for her. I really do. So there you go. And one thing that you will see that is very consistent with my Chanel bag collection is I really like the seasonal pieces. I think that there's a lot to be seen there. Oh my gosh, it still has the stickers on the inside. There's a lot to be explored there in terms of different styles, things that still nod and are very Chanel, but in a different way, in a way that maybe less people have, but also in a way that tends to be cheaper. The seasonal styles do tend to be cheaper. Next up is a fan fave. We love her. She is an icon, a legend, a unicorn, and she is the Chanel Sunset by the Sea. Oh my gosh, this bag. This sodding bag that I got for Christmas in... What is she? Is she a Cruise 2019? I think she might be a Cruise 2019. She is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, you have this absolutely glorious, like, ombre shift in the caviar leather there. Right, she's durable. Gold hardware. Look at that chain strap with the top handle. And then you have the casual guitar strap here. Okay, she's doing lots of different things. And she looks great doing all of them. Okay, look at that. Look at that. What a phenomenal piece. Why did they also did this in a pink? They also did this in like a orangey, if I am correct. I believe I am. Excellent bag. It came in two sizes, this and one that was slightly bigger. The way that the yellow gold pops against the blue, it is once again a flat bag, right? Been looking for that. Oh my gosh, I was like, where did my... Incredible. Yeah, you've just got the zip compartment at the back there. I would say that it's like least on my use list. Like, you know, she's leaning more least used than most. And that's because I love this bag so much that I do not want to put her in danger. She's one of my pride and joys, truly, and an absolutely incredible piece. So I do not try to... She's never a grab and go for me, because I don't want us caught in the rain and have one of those situations, even though, to be honest with you, caviar leather would be fine. It really would be fine, but I just love her so much that I don't wish to put her in those situations. Next up, we have a tried and true favourite, okay? And there's a lot to talk about with this one. We have got the Chanel 19, birthed in the year of 2019. This is a... I've been told it's goat. I've been told it's something else. Will I ever really quite know what leather this is? I really do appreciate the kind of edginess of this bag, right? You've got the chain detailing on the CC. You've got the exaggerated quilting here. This is in the smallest size that's not a wallet on chain. I also enjoy the mix of metals at the strap. I enjoy the fact that it has a leather bit so it doesn't eat into your arm, and a chain top handle. I'm a sucker for a chain top handle, to be very honest with you. I have bought a bag organiser for the inside to give her a bit more structure, because she can sag, which to some people that's their preference. To me, I like a little bit more structure at the base of my bag. This bag is the all-weather terrain vehicle. This bag is a 4x4. This bag is, torrential rain could be coming at you, a snowstorm, what bag do I need? And I still want to have like a luxury flex fit. Chanel 19, she's going to do you proud, and she's going to look exactly the same at the end of the day than when you left the house with her. Slightly lower drop here, right? Actually, no, I would say sort of regular Chanel bag drop. It always tends to hit me. I'm 5'4", tiny bit lower on the waist there. But when you've got a coat on, something for the winter, obviously that takes up a bit of room. She inches up a bit. It's a brilliant bag. It really is. It's an all-rounder. Oh, you want to do something, you know, a little bit for a top handle moment. I like to double them up, right? We can do that. We can do a double. Or we can tuck this one in to have a little bit more of a clean top handle look about her. There we go. People said that she's heavy. I don't think she's that heavy, actually. I mean, she is, if you compare it to, like, the last ones, she is heavier, but not to the point that would ever put me off. But it's not the Sodden Bottega with the chain, you know? It definitely is less trendy than the bag was when it first came out, right? Like, I don't think people are really looking at the Chanel 19 as much as they're looking at the cursed Chanel 22 or the classic flap or whatever. But I do still think it's a really, really great bag to consider if this is a little bit more your style, or if you want something a little bit more durable. Well, well, well. Then we reach my mini bag section. These actually shockingly get used a lot because they are just so sodding handy. This, I love her so much. I'm so, so glad I was able to get this bag because it's just so perfect. Are you doing a fancy little evening look, right? And you're just like, I just need the essentials. Which, by the way, she fits in a lot, okay? You've got the little CC, you've got the little CC zip, you've got the leather zip here, right? It also did come in black and silver and white, I believe. The matte gold hardware. And then she's a cute little square. So I will, like, stand my cards up. I've got room for keys, lip gloss, gum, all of those sorts of things. Caviar leather there. The tiniest top handle in the world gives quite... It's one of the cutest holds of a bag. In terms of how one holds a bag, this is the cutest. Just a 2-finger hook. Phenomenal. You know, this is great for things like a concert, anything like that. I do really tend to use her a lot. I have to stop myself from always gravitating towards her whenever I'm doing like, oh, let's go for dinner or something like that, because it is just such a handy bag. If you are considering a Chanel bag and it has the Coco Crush adjustable chain, get it, okay? This really adds, you know, a level of versatility to the bags, and also Chanel straps can tend to be a bit long. You know, it's not always going to hit the same on everybody's height or, you know, torso length or whatever. So this really allows you a bit of customization. Also, I think it's cute. They're doing the Coco Crush in different shapes now or whatever. This one is the sort of round ball with the CC that acts as the button. So you press in the button and then off you go, adjusting to your heart's content. What we do have here is this cute little, what was it called? Clutch on chain. Clutch on chain. You're really doing cards, keys, and apparently a stick of gum in there. We can do a low crossbody. We can do an under the left titty moment, right? A little cross the chest, okay? We can also do a waist bag cinch. We can have it slung nice and low, right, for another look. There's just lots of options with this bag, and once again, it comes in so handy. If I don't need much with me, if I'm popping to the shop, whatever it is, you know, oh, I just need the essentials, great, it's on me, it's close to me. It's also great for, like, traveling, because it's easy to pack, but also it keeps things close to you, you know, in case you're worried about thieving fingers. I don't sodding know, right, but it's here, right, you're gonna have to get very sodding close. for you to steal this wallet, you know? She really does get, ooh, okay. She really does get used a lot. A bag that I have thieved. This is from my mum's collection. This is a vintage Chanel Cambon reporter bag, and I love this bag for travel. Pockets are us. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got a massive compartment in there, and then you've got this slot at the back. This is the ultimate travel bag, and it's my favourite travel bag, and that's why she's ranking up highly, okay? If I'm on a plane, she's coming with me. You've got easy access to whatever you need here. Here I like to put my, like, portable charger, electronic-y things, yes. Then we have this section for, apparently, travel socks. Here we have, what's it called, my UK phone, and then I've got other stuff here. And then the main compartment, it's all packed because I'm leaving soon. I've got my travel wallet, I've got my travel cosmetics essentials, I've got a little thing of tissues. It's just so convenient. When I want to make sure that my passport is near me for, like, I don't know, security or whatever, slip that in at the back, slip it in with the ticket, we're off, we're good to go. It's absolutely brilliant. I think it's so chic looking with this sort of half CC, all of the CCs on the turn locks there. I'm just obsessed with it. Also, I always sort of thought with travel bags that like a tote is better. But no, it's all about the shoulder, because that tote, when it's not on your roll-on, oh, you're suffering. On the shoulder though, oh no. Weight distribution and whatever else. This feels better than it hanging off my wrist. And I love it. Fits under all of the seats. You're having a great time. And you know where everything is. You're not digging around into a hole going, oh God, where's the portable charger, right? Having to get to Narnia and back in that massive big bag energy tote that you've decided to go with. No, you know, oh, pocket number 1, that's where I'm going to find this. Pocket number 2, snacks. We've reached top 2. Top 2, and they are my newest bags. So there is a little bit of favouritism here because, you know, new, you want to use it, there's all of that, okay? But I will say, as granny-ish as this bag has been called, I really like it. This is the Chanel Kelly bag, and they are now bringing it out in like tweed, different variations. I think it's going to be something that's not necessarily a classic, but something that's at least for the short term quite consistent within collections. They'll bring new variations. Comes in a smaller size. I'm not a fan of the smaller size. Go for the bigger one. It does look very sort of heritage Chanel. Ladies who lunch in the 50s vibes, you know? But it's just, I've just really gravitated towards it, and I'm kind of, not that I'm surprised because I bought it because I thought I'd use it, but I do love the top handle aspect. I do like doing it with a casual look and then just like giving it a bit of that. It does have a chain. It's definitely not the roomiest of bags, right? The chain on it is long. That does annoy me, and it puts me off using it cross-body. I definitely only top handle. I mean, that's... she's hanging quite low there. So I don't like doing this, apart from like if I need my hands or whatever. The other thing that I actually really quite like about this bag is that the D-rings, hold on, let me show you the interior. The D-rings that attach to the chain are sort of tucked away behind the handles, so you can have a really clean look as a top handle. It doesn't look like there's a chain there. I do really like this aged calf skin effect that they've done that sort of makes me feel less, oh my gosh, is there still a sticker on? Ooh, satisfying. Yeah, I do like it. It makes me feel less nervous to use her because, like, I would never really be a lambskin gal, right? The nails, the scratching, we're in for a terrible time. But something like this makes it a lot easier. Don't be surprised. Oh, she took the crown. And I'm kind of ashamed, actually. You know, I've been talking about classic flaps and how don't bother and all of that. In my defence, right, I will say she was, in the grand scheme of Chanel Classic Flaps, a decent price, and I got her before a price increase, and look at the colour. Yeah, she's kind of magical. I think if you sort of put her here, yeah, that's right, I do hear the ocean. The patent leather, look at that. Oh my gosh, I see the ocean. I see the beautiful white sands of a tropical destination. She's beautiful, you have to admit. And I mean, look, I was like, I'm never going to have a classic flap. Saw this and I was like, You've got to forgive me, because look at this. Look at this. It's like a champagne kind of hardware colour on there. Not a very yellow gold, but not a silver. This is the mini rectangular classic flap. They do a mini square and so on and so forth and whatever. Interior is this sort of teal, and then you have the zip pocket and just an open compartment, and then the little pouch at the back. We are swinging a little low. I wouldn't say as low as the Kelly. Maybe. It's maybe slightly higher. But I do sort of wear it like this, but my favourite way to really wear this bag is a shoulder bag. We double up. Da, 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 da. Right, we do a bit of this, and we do a bit of that. And she's killing it. She's loving life, right? Just look at how she's catching the light. Stop. She's magic. She's beautiful to look at. She's interesting to look at. And that's how we all just want to be interesting to look at. So whether you are in the market for a Chanel bag or something, maybe I've inspired you to go down a little bit of a different path than a very classic Chanel style, or maybe not. Shout out to IDYL once again for sponsoring. Check them out if you want to twin. I'm down for it. I'm not above twinning. And I will leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.